Hello, Lisa here, interdimensional 5D. If you go to sleep at night and you wake up and think you've done something, more than likely you have. We consider that you're working for the army of the Lord or you're working for the army of the bad guys. Either way, I'm speaking to you. Um, my theorems are based on Dolores Cannon's work, reading the Bible, my personal experiences, and studying ancient alien theorist stuff. Now, I have words on my face because I told somebody last night I was going to do this, so I never know if we're actually connecting quantumly, like you're awake and this is lucid, or if it's actually a dream. So sometimes I think if I come out and say the stuff I said when we talked last in the night, that it'll jolt you. But I put words on. I've been reading Jenny Lesko's book, The Fight to Flourish. And like because, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fight to flourish. Okay? It's difficult at my age. It's not easy. Um, what used to be easy and wide doors opened in the past, well, they don't open the way they do anymore. And part of age, beauty's gone. The world is so superficial and shallow. Um, Everything is about money. I think whoever did the COVID thing, if we find out who like really inspired that, I think horrible things should happen to that person. But that's just my opinion. Um, so I'll tell you why the words are on here, and this another reason for doing this is because in my past people call me Lisa Literal. Okay, so the words are me being literal to some of these words I read. Um, Jenny lost her a daughter, just terrible. I can't even imagine. I'm so blessed that my children um, have gone through. They're still around. Commit yourselves wholeheartedly to these words of mine. Tie them to your hands and wear them on your forehead. So, me being Lisa Literal, I put words that I to believe. Let's see what else do I have here. uh, Truth or trust, faith, love. Was that trust? I don't know what words are. Anyway, you can see the words. I put words on my face because I'm being really literal with the words. And maybe sometimes we have to do that. Be real literal with the words. Now, that's a silly part of the message. I just wanted to get that out because there are people out there who can't believe I'm still alive. But they know they called me Lisa Literal. You know? Okay? Not many people know that. And then, to Mommy Wata, if you watch my videos, this is what I saw this morning. A woman with dark hair with bangs, chin length. She had kind of a pronounced nose. And she was speaking. It looked like she was regurgitating at first. And this yellow, creepy stuff was going to your ball. And then after a few minutes, after she was doing this head started to appear over the ball. That's what I saw this morning. I just want to communicate that because that's kind of creepy. And then the last time I was out, I mentioned something about Benedict Cumberbatch. I channel and sometimes I don't remember what I say, and I haven't rewatched the video. Anyway, I think he's not a bad guy. I think I might have implied that he was a bad guy, but I don't think he is a bad guy. I think that guy's been. I think 2 years ago I came out and said he spelled himself on one of the movies. And then there's been all this heinous activity towards myself, my channel, from my ex husband, and, as if. Anyway, to that group of people that are causing don't fuck with a psychic's favorite actor. Okay? There's this whole thing with the twin movie. This psychic picks up on that. That guy is not Benedict Cumberbatch's biological twin. Okay, now this is what you don't know about me. In the High School of Art and Design, we studied forensic anthropology. where we studied the bone structures of the people on the planet. And I should have gone into that as a career because I would have been really good at it. After high school, I continued that study on my own personal research, and took it a step further that every fucking picture that's ever come out of alien stuff, like the Olmecs and those big heads there over there on Easter Island, and any kind of pictures of dead aliens or alien bones or the little tiny bones and the ginormous bones. I study that shit, okay? And the guy who's supposed to be his twin is Jewish, of Jewish descent, and Ben's Odinic. He's Nordic. He's Odinic. You can't. He's got other stuff in him too, but he's from Odin's line, and you cannot deny that. Um, so they're not. They're not. If you did the blood test on them and you told me they're I would say you're fucking lying. And I know if you do the blood test on those two guys, he does not have a biological twin. And I don't know if that was if somebody's trying to crack into whatever their fucking estate is, because I feel like this is some kind of bullshit by the ex-wife to get and still be part of some estate that she has no right in. Now here's the fucked up part. This is so weird. There's a person written into that will that little Missy out there doesn't even know about, based on the fact that the father grew a conscience and actually didn't know that a woman he fell in love with was being human trafficked by her husband. It's a weird fucked up story. And Miss Thing out there thinks she's still entitled and somehow come up with this twin to get the half, and they're part of the coven and the coven corporation. You're all going down, whether you realize this or not. You cannot do or break or destroy certain things, okay? And if a family has property that doesn't belong to you, you're not getting it if they got it all tied up. So leave those people alone, for Christ's sake. Leave me alone. Leave my favorite tarot reader alone. Don't fuck with a psychic's favorite tarot reader. Now she's got an image of what you look like. That woman, you know what else that woman does? This is what they do in these witchcraft and coven people. So they got specialities, One can make your skin bad, which they've been doing to me. One can make you the hair on your face grow, or they can put warts on you. And so this one's speciality, I guess she was talking words over your ball there. But I've also seen her. She does where make people compulsively pick and do their noses. Oh God, as if that's gonna ruin somebody's life. It's unbelievable. One of them has the compulsion that they can make you piss your pants, or one can block up your toilet bowl. It's amazing what these people like. Oh, I'm so special because I can make somebody's toilet bowl backfire. Like if that's your big claim to mystical fame, you should really go out in your backyard and burn yourself, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm putting this out there because at some point, people are going to start, you'll be able to say, hey, that person's doing witchcraft on me. I saw it. Like when we get elevated enough and the system, they might have to shut down our system for a while up in space. So if a 3 days comes around where there's no electricity, no power, and nothing happening in the world, that's because up there in Federation it's going to shut some shit down and restart the electronic program. Yeah, like they don't want me to say that. It might. I don't know when. I haven't been told when. It could be in November, and maybe next November. I really don't know. So, but I do know a 3 day shutdown's coming at some point. So be prepared, and don't freak out. Don't freak out. You can live without power. I read in my journal if you take potash and lime and put it in a box, you can keep your rooms warm. there's all sorts of things to do. Start a fire, get the rocks that don't explode, put a rock in a pot. It keeps your room warm, people. Our ancestors survived, okay? You'll survive. And the human body needs water more than food. And for those of you who have illnesses that you can't get resolution in the doctor, go within, sit in meditation, ask for the answers, and you might, if you doom scroll, you might be surprised something will pop up that triggers you to look into, or something to read, or somebody's alternative view. Those are how the spirit works. Sometimes somebody might say, hey, so and so, read this book, or hey, this is what worked for me, try it out. So like, if when you go within and meditate, and then sometimes the angels just, they'll show you stuff. Okay, like I got shown this woman speaking over my one of my favorite tarot readers, little light ball she has on our table, and I let that person know. So um hang in there, everybody, okay? And that's all I gotta say to you. Silly message. I just wanted you to know I'm wearing my words of belief today. I believe in love, most assuredly. I believe in truth. Truth should always win out. And I believe we should walk in faith. I'm trying to. The other things they do, they can freeze up your computer. And I believe there is something out there that's going to be good for me. Don't give up hope. No matter who you are, don't give up hope. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Remember, I think you're amazing, and I absolutely love you. Bye now.